You just saw the world premiere trailer for Freestyle Football 2 here on Xbox at Gamescom. Now you're right on time to learn about all that's new in World of Warcraft. As I talk with World of Warcraft Senior Game Director Ian Hazzikostas and Associate Director Paul Cubitt about the exciting updates in store for players. Now, first of all, right, Paul, welcome to the show for the first time.
Thank you for having us. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, and Ian, welcome back as well. Like, you were here last year revealing the World Soul Saga with the War Within. Welcome back.
Time for Chapter 2. It's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah, I can't believe I've seen your booth. I'm going to say it. I think you probably got one of the best booths at Gamescom. I was walking around earlier and was like blown away by it.
I'm biased, but you're not wrong.
Yeah,
it's super cool. Yeah,
it's really, really cool, especially some of the updates, which we're going to be talking throughout this segment about. But you kicked things off last night with Opening Night Live and that cinematic. Could you kind of explain for people that need to know about what that kind of showed, what's happened up to that moment?
Sure, I guess a little bit of a story so far for the World Soul Saga. So yeah, the gist of the story of War Within. So heroes around Azeroth began hearing these voices, seeing visions, these like dark omens, from messages from the World Soul herself about darkness coming. That led to a surprise attack on the city of Dalaran, the destruction of our beloved city of Dalaran, and the nature of the threat facing us being revealed, this powerful entity known as Xal'atath. So over the course of the World Soul Saga, over the course of the War Within, we've been trying to kind of keep up with her. She's been one step ahead of us along the way. At the culmination of the War Within, as we just discovered, she kind of ascended to a new tier of power and is finally poised to really unleash the power of the Void upon Azeroth.
Yep, and that leads us directly into what we saw in the trailer yesterday, which is Xal'atath and her devouring host at the gates of the Sunwell, ready to threaten everything that's dear to us, and our beloved elves, Lorthamar, Liadrin, and the rest of them all mounting a defense along with an intercession from the Sunwell itself. Super exciting stuff. That is the beginning of the expansion, which you saw in the trailer there, and that leads directly into the story.
Yeah, I still can't get over last year with the War Within, with the VR experience for the destruction of Dalaran. But that was one of my favorite cities in the old expansions. But we're also returning to some areas that players are going to really know. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, if Dalaran was one of your favorite cities, it was one of mine too. Wait till you see Silvermoon V2 in Midnight. So we are going to be returning to, among other areas, the old Blood Elven lands, first introduced in Burning Crusade, fully reimagined and expanded now. It's Eversong Woods, the Ghostlands, and of course Silvermoon City. Still, a Horde city at heart with some Horde-only districts, but under these pressing circumstances, they have opened their gates to the Alliance to mount this final stand against Xal'atath's forces.
Yep, and that's just the first of the zones that we have. After that, you'll head into Zul'Aman, City of the Trolls, the Amani Trolls. We first saw Zul'Aman back in Burning Crusade era as in the form of a raid, but it's been expanded into this enormous zone now. Everything in that zone is big. It's sort of like a primordial Pacific Northwest. Everything's a little wet too. A very, very cool space. We also have Herondar, home of the Heronir. This is, the Heronir we met during the War Within. They're a race who are sort of this enigmatic, elf-like race. We don't know a whole lot about them. We're going to learn a lot more once we go to Herondar and learn that not all of them are as welcoming as the few we've met, Orwena and her crew in the War Within. And lastly, we're going to go into the Void Storm. This is basically Xal'atath's space of operations where she is mounting her attack against Azeroth. We find our way into the Void Storm and take the fight to her and the Devouring Host. Super exciting, a bunch of beautiful zones.
Yeah, I can't actually wait for Zul'Aman again. I still have memories of just the endless attempts of trying to get the Amani Warbear with that speed trial. So it's going to be really fun to go back. And of course, go to Silvermoon as an Alliance player. It'll be fun. But with all these new areas, what are some of the activities that people are going to get into when they go there?
Well, the first, I think, is you're going to have the campaign, a new campaign that takes you through these zones, and it does so in an interesting way. You'll start by going into the city of Silvermoon and then into Eversong Woods, but after that, players are presented with a choice. Do they want to go to those two of those other zones I mentioned, go straight to Zul'Aman and learn a little bit more about the Amani Trolls, what's going on there? Do they want to go into Herondar and learn about the Heronir? Or do they want to go on a third chapter of the campaign, which is actually a little bit different. It is not tied to any particular zone, but it takes you to some of the older places in the world, places like Light's Hope Chapel, places like Strathholm, a couple other interesting places as well. And in that quest line, you'll be working alongside Eretor, son of Turalian and Ilaria, and helping him sort of interrogate his relationship with the light. Really interesting chapter. After you complete those 3 chapters, those 2 zones in the Eretor chapter, then you move into Voidstorm. This is all in the interest of giving players a choice of which storyline is most interesting to them. And it's all done in a way which also leads you through a couple different delves. You'll play through a couple delves as part of the campaign, and a couple dungeons as well. And culminating with the campaign leading you directly into a couple of our raids. And those are some really interesting dungeons and raids we have put together.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as of course, alongside the zones, full complement of our bread and butter features for group gameplay, delves, dungeons, and you'll note that Paul said raids, plural. So I think we were kind of breaking from recent tradition in Midnight, and our initial season is going to have not 1, not 2, but 3 separate raid zones for a variety of environments, a variety of foes that will kind of unfold themselves over the course of season 1.
I actually love that, because back in Karazhan and stuff like that, where you'd go to Gruul's Lair, it's nice to have that variety hopping in. But for players that are hopping in for the first time, right? Because I think the World Soul Saga has been great at bringing in new players and also returning players. What kind of features have you got for them to hop back in?
Yes, so I think we want to make sure that, whether you've played War Within and you're ready for the next chapter, or whether you're coming to World of Warcraft for the very first time or coming back from some long time away, that you can jump back in, understand what's going on, and join the action. And so we have a revamped and reimagined new player and returning player experience. The leveling experience seamlessly incorporates both Dragonflight and War Within content to get you fully caught up to speed. For returning players who may be, a higher level but not quite ready to go straight to Midnight, we have a new experience set in Arathi Highlands that's going to kind of, get you back up to speed on your mechanics, recontextualize you in the story of the world, and send you on your way so that you can join the fight in Midnight.
Yeah, we've also added a catch-up quest line for the War Within. So sort of going into Midnight, if you never played the War Within, or if it's just been a little while and you want a refresher, you can play through all the major beats of that story in one quest line. It should not take the couple dozen hours that it would normally take to play through all 6 zones that make up that quest line. But it'll be a couple quick hours to go through all the big cinematics, all the major beats. By the time you're done, you should know everything that happened from the beginning of the Isle of Dorn to the end of Ghosts of Koresh, and be fully up to speed to hop right into Midnight.
Yeah, no, that's amazing as well, because it's a bit more welcoming as well to kind of drag one of your friends to hop in and play with you and explore that, which I'm excited about. But there is one feature, and it kind of goes back to your booth as well, right, that has been requested for so long, and we've got to touch on it. I was watching it as well, your Creator Clash earlier. Player housing. Can you let us know what we're going to experience with that?
Absolutely, yeah. We are super excited for people to start stepping into housing. Housing has been a feature which has been in development internally for a long time. We've been sharing little details as we've been developing it over the last year or so. Here at Gamescom, people are finally able to hop in and start playing with the decor, playing with those systems for the first time. What housing is you can have your own little corner of Azeroth. If you play both Horde and Alliance, you can have a Horde home and an Alliance home, and start decorating those spaces with decor that you'll start with the generous creative decor that the system sort of just gives you, but then you go explore the world. You might find vendors who sell some interesting tchotchkes here and there. You might work with other crafters on your server who can make some interesting furniture for you. But you take all those things, you collect them, and then express yourself in a way that we think is really just lets players express themselves however they want.
Yeah, really, I think boundless self-expression is really, it's like a hallmark design pillar of the feature. We kind of threw out the entire rule book here, including gravity. If you want a table that floats in midair, you want a table that's upside down, you can do it. I think we really wanted to unleash players' creativity to make their houses the full expression of their personality. And it's not just a single house that is your own, you're also going to be part of a neighborhood community. So we wanted to make sure when designing this feature that it didn't feel solitary if you didn't want it to be. That you were kind of connected, there's reasons for others to come into your home, for you to go into theirs, and for you to feel like part of a group.
Oh, that's amazing. Also, for people that have been playing for a long time, so it's one of the first things I wanted to know when I heard about player housing coming in. Been playing since the Burning Crusade. Am I going to have some extra cool bits to add into my house for that?
You should, yeah. If you've been playing for decades, as it sounds like you have, then yeah, there's plenty of achievements that you would automatically have completed that would grant you decor. If you've advanced your professions, you may have access to build some of those things that would take other people a little bit more time to get those professions to the point where they can build that particular piece of decor. So yeah, we want to make sure that people who've been playing for a while are rewarded for that play. Of course, this also comes along with that we don't want to have any of that be exclusive. So if you are just coming into World of Warcraft for the first time in Midnight, none of those should be opportunities that were only accessible to you in 2008 and they're gone. Anybody can go back and get that stuff whenever you like.
Yeah, I can already tell, like Sam from our team will be hanging a warglaive up above his door, like without a doubt. But one of the big things as well, right? People aren't going to have to wait for the launch of Midnight to get their hands on player housing, are they?
No, they are not. Player housing will actually be coming before Midnight in our final War Within patch, 11.2.7, coming later this year. So anyone who owns Midnight at that point can claim their first house, begin decorating it, and all players, even if you don't yet own Midnight, can start building their collection of decor, though you will need the expansion to actually have a house to put it in.
Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm excited for it, but what's next for the team? Now you've kind of announced Midnight, shown the cinematic trailer, what's next?
I mean, excited to get back and kind of finish this game. We're going to be talking very soon about our first public alpha tests and then a larger beta to follow. And all of this, getting player feedback, helping polish the game, and building towards a release in early 2026.
Yep, and we're going to be here at Gamescom all week as well. Ian and Maria Hamilton will be talking tomorrow about some of the characters and zones within the expansion in a little bit more detail. And then later on in the week, Ian and I will do a big systems download where we talk about a lot of the systems that make up the game.
Yeah, I was going to ask about what else can players get involved, viewers get involved in with World of Warcraft, because you've got so much going on. We mentioned the Creator Clash earlier. Are there more shows out today? The streams that people can go watch as well afterwards?
Yeah, exactly. There's, I think, various live events going on from our stage all week, and then we're going to keep rolling information out. I think this yesterday was the beginning of just letting people know what we've been up to, and we're going to have more and more information and opportunities to engage. We'll have videos, streams, and more just coming all through the fall.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't say thank you enough. Like, from coming on the show last year to talking to us Midnight today, Paul, Ian, thank you so much. And also, from tons of new titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, the Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated on Xbox, we've already witnessed so much cool stuff here on day one of Gamescom, and we're not done yet. We're about to get down and dirty with everyone's favorite archaeology professor, but first, let's refresh with a quick power wash break.